Good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multinational headquartered group based out Asia Pacific region. Professionally speaking, we are multi-asset and multinational hedge fund. By multi-asset, I mean we actively cover positions in gold, silver, platinum, agriculture commodities, oil, natural gas, spreads, foreign exchange, equities, and respective asset classes. God willing, we would be adding two more asset classes very soon. The first would be DLC, Daily Leverage Certificate, traded in Singapore, and second would be Factor Certificates, traded in Switzerland. God willing, over the period of the time, we would be adding more asset classes. By multinational, I mean to say we take positions in United States, European Union, and Asia Pacific region. But like I repeated many times, and I would continue to repeat all the times, that we are a proprietary hedge fund. By proprietary, I mean to say we do not take third party capital. Treasury Consulting and none of the subsidiaries of Treasury Consulting take any form of third party capital. Please do take a note of that. Like I promised you that we entering the MENA market. MENA stands for Middle East, and two videos already uploaded on the MENA market and more videos are coming. Today I would be covering yet another video covering the MENA market, but this time rather than covering Dubai, I would be covering Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is also a economic hub as far as the MENA is concerned. We cannot deny that. Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, ADIA, it's one of the most active sovereign wealth fund we have in the world. We cannot deny that. And Abu Dhabi government is also pushing a lot of reforms into the system. This is also a very conducive fact. We need to appreciate this. And today, in our video, we would be covering one of the same efforts which is being put up by Abu Dhabi government, and we should appreciate that. Actually, Abu Dhabi having two systems. One is called ADX, which is called Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange, and one is their stock exchange. So they have two set of systems. Generally, people have one set of system, but some countries have two set of systems. So it really not matters. Today, 15th November 2022, we are getting a very conducive news from ADX. I repeat, ADX stands Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange. The conducive news is that exchange traded funds. Now, exchange traded funds are nothing but a kind of mutual funds, but the only difference is that they are listed on a stock exchange. And the redemption and the liquidity of exchange traded funds is completely independent, rather different than we have mutual funds. So it look like a mutual fund, but the basic gap that comes into the picture is the redemption and the liquidation piece. Very soon our ETF desk is coming. Here we will tell you more about the ETFs and so on and so forth. So exchange traded fund listed on Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange, ADX, today on 15th November 2022 crossed 1.4 billion year to date, AED. Remember, number is in AED, Abu Dhabi Dirham. So Year to date means from 1st January 2022 till, whatever, 15th November 2022, in the 11 months period, the volume of exchange traded fund is now 1.4 billion. And with this, it is now one of the most liquid ETF market in the Arab world, MENA market, which is a highly congratulating fact to Abu Dhabi government. As we speak, there are more than 11,400 trades amounting 227 million units. ADX now is a regional ETF hub with the highest number of ETFs among regional exchanges, which includes the respective regional exchanges of MENA market, offering investors diverse investment opportunity, including Sharia compliant and geographically diverse funds. Since the first ETF was listed on August 2020, which means around 2.5 years ago, the exchange now has 7 ETFs, and eighth ETF, which is called Chimera FTSE ADX. Chimera is one of the funds you can refer on the Google. Eighth ETF, Chimera FTXE ADX, is getting listed on 24th November 2022. Please do note that and do understand this very well. ADX, Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange, established on 15th November 2000, which means around 20 years, I would say, under the respective local laws. On 17th March 2020, ADX was converted from a public entity to a public joint stock company, PJSC. I hope you would have heard that many Dubai companies are offering PJSC behind their name. Abu Dhabi is a market for ADX. Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange is a market for trading securities, including shares issued by public joint stock companies, bonds issued by government, corporation, exchange traded funds, and any other financial institutions approved by UAE Securities and Commodities Authority. Please do note that there are various permutations and combinations which you need to understand when it comes to the investment in the ETF. So, in this another 2 to 3 minutes, let me first explain to you. Generally, ETFs are of two types. One is the active ETF and one is the passive ETF. Active ETF is one is hybrid also nowadays. Active ETF is one who actively chasing an index, while the passive ETF is one who is simply, it's also known as indexing. So they do the indexing of a relevant index, and if the index is going 5% plus, they are 5% plus. If index is 10% minus, they are 10% minus. Simple, as simple as that. But please do understand that when you invest in any ETF, you need to be very, very careful, and you need to follow lot of permutations and combinations in that regards. So I would like to give you an example. I don't want you to name that ETF, but you would have guessed. There is an ETF in US which is managed by a lady. This lady, is always hyped by the Bloomberg. And at one period of time, this lady used to be a prime supporter of Tesla. And this lady invested the funds in loss-making startups of United States. What happened? Only because of that hype which is created by the Bloomberg, and we know that Bloomberg is nothing but Mr. Pump and Dump. There is no doubt about that. I'm sure that majority of the investors invested, and today their ETF is all-time low. And you just guess the loss which these investors occurred because the ETF is all-time low. Guys, please do understand one thing very clearly, that once you are investing an ETF, do not just go with the name of the stock exchange. Do not just go with the name of the party. who is issuing the ETF, do not just go with the name of the authorized dealer, which means a person who is promoting that ETF. Always go with the portfolio. What is the portfolio of that ETF? But unfortunately, the fact is that people do not see the portfolio of the ETF. And I have seen various newses in the market that many of the ETFs, those who aggressively invested in the technological companies, especially American technology companies, they lost heavily in the last around 6 to 7 months. And majority of the money is owned by the investors. Please do take a note of that. Henceforth, once you are investing in any ETF, and especially the ESG ETF, environmental governance, ESG, remember that do the complete due diligence, else you would be in a big mess. Please do take a note of that, because ETFs are very, very good instruments. There is hardly any doubt about that. But ETFs are also instruments which required complete due diligence. That's more important. Please do take a note of that. This is what I would like to say. On time to time basis, we would be covering the MENA, and it is available on our YouTube channel. There is a separate MENA desk which is also coming very soon. We'll keep you posted. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. You knew my personal number, +91 9899 242 978, +91 9899 242 978. Alternatively, you can visit our fixed income platform www.fixedincome.global. Thank you guys, and have a great time ahead.